I'm Representative Gary Fuhr of the 97th District, South St. Louis County. I'm a former St. Louis City police officer and a retired FBI agent. I'm opposed to the local control because for years there's been concerns about political influences in the law enforcement agencies. As I mentioned at the outset, I'm a former city police officer and a retired FBI agent. The best law enforcement agencies, in my perspective, are those that are apolitical. The farther removed from local politics a police entity is, the better impact it's got to be able to enforce the laws as written by the state of Missouri or even the federal government. Bringing control of the St. Louis Police Department back to the city of St. Louis is going to give even more involvement of local politicians, local aldermen, of which there's currently 28, into the operations of the St. Louis Police Department. And again, having worked for that department in the 70s and having seen some of that influence firsthand, I know that it can be difficult for police officers to do the right thing when they're getting that sort of influence from their local politicians. One of the first things that they bring up is their pension system. They have one of the few fully funded pension systems in the country that right now the value of it, I understand, is about $600 million. The other areas I think that are of equal control and are obviously more important to me is the safety and security of the citizens of the city of St. Louis. I understand what local political influence, what effects it may have on the tactical and operational aspects of a police department to be able to fulfill their job. And I think that's what the citizens of St. Louis need to take a look at. They currently have 4 members of their city, 4 residents of their city, and the mayor who give them the opportunity to help have input into the city police department, but at the same time it gives the officers the buffer to be able to go out and enforce the laws as they should be enforced. And I think that is the most important issue that we're dealing with here, is really the security of the city, the safety of the city, whether businesses want to invest in the city, because it does have a professional police department. And I think that anything that changes the current status of this under the governance of the city of St. Louis right now would be an adverse effect. I'm a constitutional conservative, and I like to see the levels of government at the lowest level of government possible to be able to control situations. But I include the term effective, the lowest effective level of government. Once the St. Louis government proves that they are an effective entity and can in fact control the police department in the city of St. Louis, both fiscally and legally, I think, and would like to see them have that opportunity like the other municipalities. However, under the current structure of governance in the city of St. Louis, I think there needs to be some changes in the charter in order to ensure that there isn't undue influence that is exerted upon the police department. We're receiving a significant number of comments from our various constituents. I know that the responses that I've received run about 150 to 1 against returning control to the city of St. Louis.